Yes, fight fans, Jay's Fight Talk here with a quick fight review. So, the dust has settled. I wanted to give myself time to process what I'd watched. I watched it with Sam Walker over on SW Fight Hub's YouTube channel. We did a live watch along. So I wanted to re-watch the fight again with commentary. I watched it again without commentary and then processed and digested the information before I made a reaction video. So here we are, a couple of days removed from the much anticipated return of the Gypsy King, and I for one are very disappointed in what I saw from them both. Makhmudov, I mean, what did I expect from Makhmudov? Biggest fight of his career to date. I expected a little bit more than putting his head down and swinging. He was telegraphing his punches. He's not fleet of foot, but he looked even more flat-footed than he did against David Allen. And Tyson Fury, I mean, at no point did we see him up on his toes. Yes, he's older, but for once I was worried about him getting knocked out. And I mean, he was taking way more punches than he normally does. I mean, you know, he's always been able to ride shots and, you know, be really sort of slick on the ropes, but it seemed too comfortable to just hold and sort of navigate his way through rounds rather than just win rounds, if that makes any sense. Barely used his jab. Barely used his combination punching. He was very similar to the Vladimir Klitschko jab grab that he was so vocal about calling out and went and dethroned all those years ago. And myself and Sam said this a couple of times on the watch along. He looked old for me. And at 37, he's not necessarily old in terms of a heavyweight fighter, you know. But I'd always said that he would walk through Anthony Joshua, and I think that gap has definitely been bridged. Bearing in mind we've not seen, you know, we haven't seen Joshua have a proper fight since he got beat by Dubois, and he's had a serious incident in his personal life, so we don't know what kind of Anthony Joshua will make a return if he does make a return, and we do see this fight. I for one have said I don't believe this fight will ever happen, and I don't think we're any further forward. You know, it was all set up for them to have the face-off. We had the sort of WWE crap, and Joshua didn't buy into it, didn't buy it. But going back to Tyson Fury's performance, his dad was right. It didn't look like he had the legs. Didn't look like he could be consistent with his combination punching. It was like he was holding cardio back. And 2 or 3 years ago, Makhmudov wouldn't have lasted 6 or 7 rounds. I had Tyson Fury down for either an 8th round stoppage, or if he turned up how he did turn up, then I said we would get a unanimous points decision. Yes, he won all of the rounds, which, you know, in a fight, that's all you can do, but it's the performance for me. The performance for me was lackluster. That was the word that I associated with this fight. It was very, 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 very lackluster for me. Look, he's done more than I could ever dream of. I'm just a guy who talks shit about fighting, but from what I saw, I don't think he's got much left to offer the heavyweight division at the very, very top level, and I think if he hangs around too long, then one of the up-and-comers will ruin his legacy and knock him out. I think that's what's coming next. I think if Makhmudov have had a little bit more about him in terms of speed and was a little bit more technical in his approach to try get punches off instead of just putting his head down, very similar to what Derek Chisora did towards the beginning of his career, became a little bit more technical towards the end as he is now. But just putting his head down and swinging, you're never going to take Tyson Fury out like that. You've got to find your way in and find gaps, because he is very, very cute with his defences, but was getting caught with punches that he would never have got caught with 2 or 3 years ago. So for me, if he doesn't get the Joshua fight next, then I would love to see Tyson Fury hang up his gloves, sail off into the sunset, do documentary after documentary, you know, put all your time and effort into your son, and I think his son wants to be a boxer. Focus on your family. You're one of the greatest of a generation, and I would just hate to see Tyson Fury get beat by somebody that would never be fit to lace his boots 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. So for me, it's a 6 out of 10. Let me know below in the comments how wrong you think I am. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Keep punching.